Welcome back, survivors, to another episode of the Cynically Awesome Kingdom Death Monster Dreamkeeper campaign. Last year was almost the perfect run. I'm going after the Smog Singers again because I want to complete this singing set. And I've brought 5 survivors. First we have Naomi, who's not wearing a whole lot. She's got crimson fold, slippers, rawhide gloves, bloody cloth, stone nose, crocodile eyes, and the hammer. Thankfully, she has enough gear so that she becomes clothed and satiated, giving her armor to all of her hit locations. Then we have Ben, whose model betrays how decked out he is. He's wearing a full crimson set, the 2 blood glass guitars, the dried acanthus, and the stone nose. Thanks to that crimson set, he gets 2 bleed tokens, so I'm halfway through Blood Dancer 1. Then we have Sandy with our butcher's cleaver and a rawhide set. And lastly, Sarah with a mishmash of armor sets, but the lantern sword, stone nose, bloody cloth. Our scout is Mike. He's got the stone face cloak, bloody cloth, a dagger, and a founding stone in case that breaks. I think we're in a good position this year. So without further ado, let's hunt. $34. Crippling Misery. Each survivor rolls 1d10. The lowest scoring survivor, or survivors in case of a tie, becomes a straggler. If any survivor has the anxiety disorder, they are the straggler. Oh, this doesn't sound good. Let's see what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be Naomi. Which is good. She's like the least well-equipped out of everyone. The straggler is lost in a moment of profound self-doubt. They slip, not having the will to catch themselves, and tumble off a steep hill of stone faces. They land awkwardly with a crunch, suffering the broken leg severe injury. Sobbing to themselves, they come to grips with just how terrible life is and gain +1 understanding. That's awful. A broken leg is -1 permanent movement and a bleeding token. She just gets that for no reason. That's not very fair. Well, Naomi, it's your turn to find something. Melodic Rainbow. Colors shimmer in the air, rippling in time with haunting melodies. If any survivor has an instrument in their gear grid, they join the chorus. Otherwise, they gaze in wonder. We do not have any instruments. So, gaze. If any survivors are noisy, I don't believe any survivor is noisy, all survivors are deflated. Lose X survival. Well, I think that's actually the best possible result there. Next we have... Where? You. Flat corpse. Survivors find a slab of flat flesh and a face stamped with anguish. Empty vials litter the ground. Nominate the survivor with the most understanding to investigate. Well, that would be Naomi now that she has 1 understanding. Everyone else is too baby. You are overcome with a wave of guilt and curl up as tears stream down your face. Suffer 1 brain event damage. Alright. Well, okay. This means that the next person to jump on starts the fight. Not a terrible hunt phase, so we can go right into the action. Let me set this up. Well, we find ourselves in an interesting scenario. I drew Dead Monster, which means survivors can go first. Survivors getting to go first means I can wail on them and do as much damage as possible, and as we saw last time, I could potentially get another flawless victory here. But I guess we take it. So let's go. Starting with Naomi. She can go over here. 7s hits on 6s. That's 2 hits. We have Velvet Back, which is first strike, so I have to do it first. The monster attempts to communicate with you. It turns to face you, and pain spews from its mouth. Suffer 1 vibration damage. 1 vibration damage can go anywhere, so I'll take it on my feet. 5 versus a toughness of 7. It's a 2-up. And it's a crit. The attack smashes the monster's back. All Smog Singers crowd in pain. When the monster puts a mood in play, roll a d10. On a 10, it suffers a wound. Persistent injury. Next, we have a velvet chest. That's good enough. Another wound. If we wound, Smog pours from rows of memories on the monster's back. Full move the monster towards the attacker. If adjacent, Smog chokes you. Suffer 1 brain damage. If you're insane, you see a dazzling city, no. But 2 wounds off the bat? Sounds good to me. I'm realizing I have a problem here. Sandy has faces, which means she has to attack the monster's facing. Being the side isn't good enough here. So I'm actually not in a position to get any damage in. And this is kind of blocking. It's not impassable, but I don't want to go in there. It's not safe. So for now, we have to do other things. So that's 1, 2, 3. Attack with those guitars. 6s. 3 hits. Because all these survivors are kind of new, there's not any knowledges I'm really trying to achieve. A lot of them have despair, which require brain trauma, or severe injuries, but not the right people are getting those hits. So here we have the undulating belly slime being the first strike again, meaning I have to reroll everything with a -2 modifier to my accuracy. So 6s becomes 8s. And I get no hits this time, meaning all of these are discarded. Unfortunate. I'm actually not in a good place. 1, 2, 3. Sarah actually has -1 accuracy because she's blind. So this is also on 6s. That's 1. Strength is 5, so 2s. And it's also the scrap lantern, but not that that matters. In this instance, I crit it. Critical wound. The monster begins to anxiously gasp for air. Gain 1 random monster resource. Gassy belly. The smog around you starts to thin. All survivors gain +1 accuracy token. Okay. I do have a problem hitting, so this does help. So there's the wound. Okay, what's next? My scout, 1, 2, 3, can only move so much. 1, 2, 3. I can have the scout dash for another 1, 2. Get him in there. He can contribute. He's got a blood glass dagger. 6s becomes 5s. Only 1. Soft back press. Strength is 3. Innate is 1. That's 4. So 3s. Ooh, that's a fail. Okay. No. Well, I really want her to be able to go in, but the facing is all messed up. So we're going to have him try again. He's going to surge and attack with the guitars. Now it becomes 5s. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. Trap. So what happens with the trap? The smog singers turn red with anger. Their faces contorting in rage. The attacker gains a guilt token. All survivors are doomed. If the attacker used a ranged weapon, full move all smog singers toward the attacker. The attack smog singer begins to sing a harsh tune. The attacker and all survivors in the zone suffer emotional breakdown. The zone is 3 spaces out. So 1, 2, 3, even she will get affected. And she does have 1 guilt, so 1, 1, 0. Emotional breakdown. Your atlas joints shift, your skull cracks loudly, and a new sound rings in your ears. You hear the devil's melody. Choose the result based on your number of guilt tokens. If you have 1 guilt token, the melody descends like a searing curtain over your body, and your feet blaze into aching motion. Full move away from the monster and suffer 1 brain damage. That's a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You who have 0, you meet the monster's gaze without guilt. A tear swirling with glistening smog emerges from the corner of your eye. Gain +1 understanding. Limit once per showdown. Okay, she's got 2 understanding. And then you being far away, you alt have to full move away from the monster. But it's from this one, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also taking brain damage. Luckily, you can suffer that no problem, as can Ben. Well, there's no reason for me to go back in, so let me have the scouts go and attack again with the surge. 6s become 5s. Nothing. Okay. Doesn't matter if you go first if you don't hit. Alright, well, I guess forget it then. Naomi, try an attack. 6s, 2 hits with the hammer, thanks to the bonus accuracy. 2 10s. My luck is everywhere. 1, 2, oh great. Undulating tail slime again. I have to do these with -2 accuracy. No, I needed 8s. So a whole lot of nothing. And still can't get an opening here. So I will just 1, 2, 3 activate this. 8. Gain 1 random resource from monster deck of your choice. Archive the terrain. Gain 1 random resource from a deck of my choice. I mean, I guess I'll grab from this deck, right? Found Delicate Hand. Cool, need it. And that is it. Okay, we got a fight on our hands. I only did 3 wounds or so. Smog Singers. Plea for life. So the way that the Smog Singers work, hey, we get to finally figure it out, guys, is that there's 3 monsters, and each of their cards will tend to have this harmony label, which means one after another, we will activate one of the Smog Singers to perform the card in its entirety. Then we move on to the next, and then the next. When we do damage to the Smog Singers, we're obviously hitting, somehow, all of them at the same time. So when you kill one, they all 3 die. So now we get to actually see. So we pick whichever one we want, and then pick their targets. So for Plea for Life, it's the closest threat. So let's say for here, it's between these 2 characters. Either can be the closest threat. We'll pick Naomi. The monster turns to face the target. It extends its arms across its rotund gut, offering its empty hands and lowering its head. Deep down, you feel remorseful. If you have a weapon in your gear grid, get a guilt token and roll 1d10. If the result is less than or equal to your guilt tokens, you question your motives. Select your favorite weapon to be disarmed. Gain a guilt token. Okay, so first, gain a guilt token. You now have 3 guilt. I rolled a 6. That is not less than or equal to, so you do not disarm yourself. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let's have a 1, 2, like that. Try and intimidate you. You get a guilt token because you do have a weapon. Listen, it's just self-defense. This one obviously would have to go for them, and they go like this. But hey, now I get your facing, and I get a guilt token. So, actually I forgot. Roll for that. You do not disarm yourself. Roll for this. You do not disarm yourself. Cool. Alright, now we can really get in there. Starting with, can the scout go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No. Alright, we'll activate Sandy, who's got the legendary lungs. Looking to hit on 4s. I only get 1. It was a 9. But legendary lungs, I hit twice. Let's not be real greedy here. Doesn't matter. I failed the shuffling. I drew the trap again. So, red with anger, get a guilt token for no reason. And then, let's see, 1, 2, 3. No one else gets hit in this emotional damage blast. And I have 2 guilt tokens on me. So that means I take what? The mana descends like a staring curtain. Full move away. Suffer 1 brain damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 brain damage. Okay. That's it though. So that means I can spend 2 survival to dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And try again. And Legendary Lungs keeps working. Once per attack. Let's go. 4s. So here are the 2 extra ones. Now that's a flurry of attacks. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Tail Slime again. -2 accuracy. Alright, we have to drop 2 of them. Which ones do I not want? I guess we'll take out 1, 2. We still have these 2. Strength, 5, 6. 2 ups. Still have to do this one first. Succeed. Guilt. Gone. 2 ups. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, I have no special luck bonuses. But hey, 2 wounds. We take that. Next up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just want to spread myself around. 2s hitting on 6s. 1 hit. Loading back ribs. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7 2s. Wound. The monster panics, excreting smog laced with fear hormones from its many nipples. If you are guilty, I am. It falls out of step with the tempo of its song, its movement strained and sluggish. Primal fear overtakes them. They full move away from the monster and suffer 1 brain damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I get a break? Okay, then what? Does the scout care? Or I want to spread it a little bit. So if I'm here, when this person goes after this, and then when they all activate, we can try and spread them amongst our survivors instead of the scout taking 2 smog hits. Bloodglass Dagger. 6s becomes 5s. Nothing. Oh my god. Let's try that one more time. Surge. 5s. 2. 1, 2, 5. Okay, I need to do something. At the very least, only this scout is getting hit with this. Scout has now 2 guilt tokens, even though he didn't do damage. Full move away, suffering 1 brain damage. 1, 2. Oh, actually, Scout only has 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's where the Scout is. Wow. Well, there's no reason for them to dash back in. I know what the thumbnail is this time. Okay. Hopefully we can 1, 2, 3. Get it this time. 3 attacks. 5s becomes 4s, becomes 5s again. That's 3. Oh my god, I swear to god, if this tail slime does not go away. 7s. 1. I get to keep 1 dice. You know what, let's go with this one. Downy throat. Strength is more than you. Got it. If I wound. Thrashing in panic, the monster moves 4 spaces away. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how they deal with other monsters. I assume that they obviously can't land on each other, move through each other, etc. If standing still, the attacker may pursue. The aggression is shocking. Survivor with the least guilt tokens. Who would that be? Ben could use some more guilt in him. Then we draw a new hit location. Again. Crit. This time, ignoring the reaction. The monster song is garbled by its ruined face, bringing unwanted tears to your eyes. Gain a ransom monster resource. Full move all smog singers away from you. They don't like me. Full move away. What is your speed? Or rather, your movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not good. Because away, I can't hit them in the back because faces them. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dash him. Get in. Hit him with the blood glass guitar. 6s becomes 5s, becomes 4s. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, one of them is super dense. Don't like that. If I have 7 guilt tokens, I only have 2. If I wound you, that's going to happen. If I... Ugh. Okay, let's go for this. Strength is 4, 5, 6, 7, obviously 2s. Oh, almost saw that. Almost saw that. That is a wound. Then from here, I guess the smog liver. Oh, I fail. That's not good. Full move the monster towards the attacker. If adjacent colorful smog pours down into your mouth, a rush of emotions leaves you blushing. Gain +1 insanity as you begin to sing. Flip your song card face up. Every survivor was dealt a song card face down, and now we see what this one does. A song of seething. When this is face up, remove all of your guilt tokens. After the trap is resolved, full move towards the closest survivor that suffered emotional breakdown. If adjacent, choose a weapon in your gear grid to strike them with. They suffer a number of hits equal to the speed for damage equal to its strength. Otherwise, you're knocked down and suffer frenzy. What? So, how do I avoid this? I guess I need them to be far away from everyone else. So, to that end, I guess I'll wait. But, let's do this one. 6 cross arms. 4, that's a wound. Which means the monster turns to face the attacker. It spits a deep bass note as red smog pours from its nipples. All survivors in the zone, which is just immediately around it, suffer 3 damage to a random hit location and bash. That's actually pretty bad. 3 damage to your head. Oh no. I can't do anything about that. 1, 2, 3. That puts me at a heavy injury. And bash is knocked down. Alright. That's out of there. Okay, well, at least my guitar is still sharp. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we attack. 4s. Nothing. Come on. Surge. 4s. 1. Hood foreskin. Wound. I can't get there. I mean, I can have her attempt to dash just to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then spend her survival tokens to just get that back. Just 1. She still has 1 survival token. You did everything you could, and I kind of just want to leave you as is for now. Turn over. Could have been better. True Kiss. Closest threat. Okay. Let's see what happens here. The Smog Seeker's full move toward the target. If adjacent to the target, the monster gingerly embraces them. They pull the survivor in for a kiss and fills the survivor's lungs and belly with heavy smog. Roll 1d10. On a 3+, ooh, I got a 1. The target belches gouts of smog, then starts to sing. Flip their song card face up. If they're already singing, they gain a guilt token. So I managed to avoid that. Here, same thing. So we go 1, 2, full move. Sing. Yes. Your song is now flipped. Song of Speed. When you get this, remove all your guilt tokens. Your body moves before you can think. You must spend your move before your act and move as many spaces as possible without passing over the same space twice. That's kind of annoying. Here, you're no longer a threat, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not adjacent. Then, end of the monster's turn, you stand back up. Boom, bam, boom. What do we got? We're going to have the scout go 1, 2, 3. 6s becomes 5s. 1. Strength is 3. Innate 4. So 3s. That's good enough. The monster panics, excreting smog faced with fear hormones from its many nipples. If you're guilty, I'm not. I only did 1 wound to you, man. Primal Fear does the things, no. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, his thing is really weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's not provoke him. Let's go 1, 2. 3s on 5s on 4s on 3s. 3 on 5s becomes 4s becomes 3s. 2. 1. 2. The 7th breast, where is it? Strength is 3 for 5, so 2s plus it's sharp. We're good. And then the wound, we're good. That's death. So not bad. It took a little bit more trouble, but we're good. We're actually very powerful. Thanks to these weapons of mine. I could probably go for a level 2 Smog Singer pretty soon. But with this victory, we get 4 resources in the form of another belly, silver tongue, fluted bone, another singing tongue. Our basics are organ, hide, perfect bone, perfect hide. Okay. And we picked up a bunch of stuff in the form of a hand, flesh, belly. All right, let's see what happens during the settlement phase. All right, so here we are at the settlement phase. Nothing special really needs to be pointed out. My knowledges for this year are terrible, or at least they're not something I'm excited to give anyone right now. Our settlement event is Shapes in the Darkness. Nominate 2 survivors to take turns staring into the darkness as it breathes around them. They describe what they see to each other in whispers, letting their paranoia guide their imaginations. The pair begins to see shapes in the darkness. Let's pick 2 new people. Two randos that I don't necessarily care about. Then we will roll. A 5. The pair hear whimpers in the darkness that compel them to follow the sound to a stone face. Underneath, they find a cockroach, mimicking their speech. Gain 1 hissing cockroach resource. Alright, not bad. It's a vermin that no one really cares about, but it does have a consume option on it. And I do want to get that hunger up. So I'll probably do that during the development step. For now, that's our settlement event, but we have a story event in the form of the Phoenix Feather. A fallen feather fills the settlement with dread. The skies bubble and murmur as a dark presence tears through the atmosphere like a negative lightning bolt, sucking the air and energy from all who gaze upon it. A light rain begins. The survivors turn their eyes up to see a huge, iridescent feather slowly floating toward the ground. Their lantern light reflect strange rainbows off the twisting feather. A primal fear takes root in the settlement. You may now hunt the Phoenix. Added to the quarry list on the settlement record sheet, nominate a single survivor. They gain +1 courage and break the silence. How far away is our courageous boy? Babs, right? He's 3 away. Let's nominate him. Break the silence, Babs. What do you say? The survivor exclaims that the falling feather is the most beautiful and dangerous thing they have ever laid eyes on. Each color runs perfectly into another, and gazing upon it imparts a strange sense of longing. They are convinced that there has never been something so perfect in this world. The survivor greedily hides the feather from the others. They gain the crazed fighting art and the hoarder disorder, and +1 courage. Returning survivors gain 2 insanity. Alright, Babs is 1 away from maximum courage. We can actually make Babs usable because he had 3 disorders already. Corporalia, Immortal, and Phobophobia. Now that we get the Hoarder disorder, we can remove Immortal. Hoarder says whenever he's a returning survivor, you archive a resource gained from the showdown, but get +1 courage. That's not great, but he's only 1 away from maximum courage, so that's something. So we can bring him once. Maybe something cool will happen. And again, Voltless will have us explore the maze and gain 2 Lumi. Okay, other than that, no other milestones happened. So let's spend 1. Well, damn, do I really want to get rid of this perfect bone? Do I have other things? I have a whistle tooth. I guess I'll get rid of this. Let's go innovate. We get 1 drums, scarification, Clan of Death, bed. Clan of Death, I think, is actually going to be insane. Let me go for this. All newborns get +1 accuracy, +1 strength, +1 evasion. With what we have already with Survival of the Fittest, that would go insane. Alright, I think we're at the development step proper, so I'm going to figure out what I'm going to get. Be right back. Alright, so there wasn't a whole lot of options available to me, so I made the best with what I could, and I think I got something pretty good here. I made the singing pantaloons, the singing gloves, and the singing cap. The pants and the gloves finished the singing set. So if someone has a full singing set, awesome. Cap is great, because if you can connect its affinities, they basically get to cancel out hits against them. That's really good. And I got a rawhide vest, so I can actually make use of this. And then I got the Ham Fluter. Ham Fluter also has an amazing ability and doesn't require you to connect its specific affinity. Just have a red one and a blue one, which I will accomplish with these 2, giving to the Reg survivor. And it goes, whenever you attack, you get +1 survival, +1 insanity. Every swing. That's awesome. So I think these resource usage is great. Then we've got Randy here. Gonna eat that cockroach. Lose all of his survival, but gain 2d10 insanity. That's not important. What's important is that he is eating, meaning hunger go up. He gets 5 insanity, putting him to 7. Alright, he's done. Then we're spending 2 endeavors for partnership. 2 unnamed survivors, 1 of the Paz kids and 1 of the Rocket kids, who are both unnamed, just male, female, become partners. So whenever they arrive, they get max survival. Cool. Then we'll try face painting again. Getting a lot of survival going out and insanity is good. I actually don't do it, which means I have to spend the second one to try and do it. I still don't get it. I'm nothing but a laughing stock. Wow. Well, okay, fine, be that way. I guess, yeah, no super cool bonuses for me, but with these new upgrades, I actually think I'm in a very good spot. I'm not sure what I should hunt next. I'm pretty confident against the Crimson Crocodile and the Smog Singers. The question becomes, should I go for a level 2? Level 2 means more damage, more speed, more health, but more resources. But even the hunt becomes harder. And actually, because of that, I don't think we're ready for a level 2 Smog Singer. For reference, the Smog Singer here, when we set up the hunt board, level 2 is beyond the midway point. The midway point is called Overwhelming Darkness, which is its own story event. And the Overwhelming Darkness story event is not fun for people who are not prepared for it. So I could do the fight. I don't know if I could do the hunt. And hunting the Phoenix may just be challenging for not much great reward. It would be one thing if doing that would give me enough collective cognition to hit the next milestone, but it would not. A level 2 Crimson Crocodile is also on the other side of Overwhelming Darkness. So, unfortunately, I think I just have to fight another Smog Singer. I'm not looking for anything in particular, but the singing set is amazing. As for weapons, I think I'm in a pretty good spot, but there is some cool stuff in the Colosseum. I guess now that I've finished making one set, I can focus on the actual weapons. So I guess that's what I'm building towards. More weapons, more knowledges, and building up my survivor's experience. So, join me next time when I fight the Smog Singers again. 2 different hunts, 2 very different experiences against the same monster. There's always something new around the corner with this game, so I hope you'll stay tuned next time to see just what the hell can happen next. If you've enjoyed the series, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date for when these videos come out. Our next health check is in 3 years, so we have 2 years to prepare to the best of our ability. But that is all for now. Thank you for watching.